bow, and the back will have to bend.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Charles Augustus Leale. Thank you for being here to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of our great president, Abraham Lincoln.
I'm a history buff and fascinated with historical figures, and came across a letter from Charles Augustus Leale that he had published, I guess, in 1909 in a speech that he gave at Delmonico's in New York City, where his friends had urged him to tell what happened on the night of Lincoln's assassination, whereby he was a 23-year-old Union Army officer that happened to have gone to the theater and was sitting next to the box and found himself in the middle of history. But my interest was in telling the story from one man's perspective who found himself in the middle of history on perhaps one of the most important and history-changing nights in the history of America, and perhaps in the history of the world. Well, he wasn't a pianist, so it didn't seem feasible to put myself at a piano in a Union Army outfit. But I think stories tell themselves, and one has to decide what is the best way to tell that story, and was it to do it with a small band? It felt very grand, and it certainly didn't feel pianistic, and there was no reason for me to be a pianist in it. But I am a composer in it, and that was the way to tell this story. It's one of those things that's organic. You just sort of think about what you would like to hear and how you would tell the story, and it's a lot of picture painting with orchestra. It worked out that I could orchestrate something for a much larger ensemble, which is what I'm used to compositionally anyway, and hopefully it'll be effective. Some of it is based on Lincoln's words set to music. Others is original composition drawn on melodies of Stephen Foster, you know, things like Beautiful Dreamer and My Old Kentucky Home, things like that.
There was this huge cheering sound, and suddenly everyone rose and sang.